are 3 things that you're gonna need to do if you want to learn 1, 2, 3, or even 4 languages all at the same time. Konnichiwa, hoş geldin. Ana ismi Kalia y me encanta estudiar los idiomas. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kalia, also known as Chico's Global, and today we are going to be getting into how exactly I study 4 languages at the same time without going completely crazy. I know, most people just struggle 1 language, yeah, I'm studying 4 at the same time. Here's exactly how I structure my day so I don't lose my mind. And most importantly, so I actually make progress. Studying multiple languages at once will really test your time management skills. You have to make it fit into your schedule and not add it into your schedule, because adding it into your schedule makes it seem like a task. So what I do is if I'm going to study in the morning a language, I'll make sure that I add it into my morning routine, whether I'm in the shower or I'm brushing my teeth, I'm doing my makeup or doing my hair. I can have a video playing in the background or in a TV show or an episode or music and listen to the language. Listening to the language is so good for your development in the language. And you don't have to always structure out time in your schedule that you probably don't have to study a language. It doesn't have to be like that. Studying is not always sitting face to face with the teacher and putting pen to paper. Sometimes it's soaking in the language just like we did when we were a child. So the languages that I'm studying are Spanish, Arabic, Turkish, and Japanese. So all of these languages, I have different goals in each language. So for Spanish, I am more so maintaining the language. It's a language that I already speak fluently, but I'm maintaining it so that I don't forget, because if you know anything about languages, guess what? If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So in Spanish, I spend most of my time listening to music, watching TV shows and movies, and writing in my daily journal. As for Arabic, I study the Arabic language, but if you know anything about the Arabic languages, you must learn al-Fusha, which is the modern standard Arabic, and you must also learn a dialect because people do not use al-Fusha to speak with each other. So it's as if I'm learning a language with a jump start. And the next language I'm studying is the Turkish language and Japanese. And in both of these languages, I am trying to reach a level so that I am able to watch native content without the subtitles and be able to converse with native speakers and understand anything that is said to me. My goal is not perfection in all of these languages. My goal is to be able to converse and to have a great accent, maybe a perfect accent in the languages, and just be able to speak with people that I wouldn't have otherwise. So let's get into my daily framework. It is not impossible, but it is not ideal to study all 4 languages in the same day. Honestly, if there was more time in the day, I would say go for it. You need to split up your time a lot better. In the mornings, I study 1 language, and in the afternoons or nighttime, I study my 2nd language. This way, there's no way for me to actually mix the languages or get confused, because in the morning, I could be studying Arabic, and in the night, I could be studying Spanish. I believe in order to be successful with studying multiple languages at the same time is that you need to have a little bit of balance. So 1 language in the morning, 1 language at night. And then another thing is try not to study languages where you are of the same level. So for Arabic, I am lower in Arabic than I am in Spanish. So I put those 2 on the same day because Spanish is a language that I'm more so maintaining. I'm trying to keep that language. I don't really have to put much effort in to learn new things or to pick up new things. So I study Arabic and Spanish at the same time. As well as that, I also try to put languages that have similarities on the same day. There are a lot of words in Arabic and there are a lot of words in Spanish that are very similar to each other when you pronounce them. There's a lot of cognates, basically. And not only that, some of the grammatical structures are very similar. So this makes your study process a lot easier because your brain doesn't have to switch from one pattern to another. You have to worry about constantly switching from one sentence structure to another because the languages you're studying in that one day have a lot to do with each other. And this is why I've chosen to study Turkish and Japanese on the same day, because Turkish and Japanese have a lot of similarities grammatically as well. And not to mention, I picked these two to study together because I just feel like it's an exciting day for me, and I don't mind studying Japanese and Turkish because they are also very different just as much as they're similar. The next thing you need to do is you need to keep it fun. You cannot do the same thing every day. Just think back to when you were in school. Why did you put your head down sometimes? Why did you yawn through the entire lesson? Because you weren't engaged. Maybe your teacher was not able to make it as fun for you. So you have to figure out your learning style. What keeps you engaged, what keeps you motivated, and what keeps you learning. And for me, that's constantly switching up my routine. I can try different shadowing techniques. Shadowing doesn't always have to be you sitting in front of the mirror and saying, Hoş geldin, and just trying to figure out the pronunciation all by yourself. You can learn pronunciation and shadowing through song, through movies, through TV shows. You can download apps like Pimsleur. There's so many different ways to tackle a skill like that. Now, you can also implement different language learning apps. You have Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, Busuu. There's so many different activities like that that can keep you engaged throughout the day and also don't take much time to do. You can just pick up your phone and go on your favorite language learning app. So if you can, by any means, keep it fun for you. If you're a visual learner, keep music, TV shows, and movies in your arsenal. It'll help you tremendously. As much as you feel like in the very beginning you are not understanding anything, you will start to realize little by little by little that you are picking up on so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. And another key factor is rotating your schedule, not having the same thing to do every day. If you listen to music and watch a TV episode one day, try something new the next day. Try a language learning app. Try to find a teacher on YouTube to help you study a grammar topic for that day. Always switch it up and keep it engaging. Constantly look for materials that excite you and make you want to learn even more, because that's the only way that you're going to keep learning the language if it's fun for you. If it's not fun, well, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw in the towel. And always, 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 the thing that keeps me going is to remember my why. For each language that I'm learning, there's a reason why I'm learning these languages. 1, because I love learning languages. 2, because I love to see your comments on my videos. I love to read them and not have to translate them. And even if I do have to translate a word or two, I'm learning in the process. As well as that, I studied Turkish because I used to teach Turkish online. I'm sorry, I didn't teach Turkish. I used to teach English online on a platform, and I taught people all over the world. And this was when I was living in Spain. And when I was living in Spain, because of the time zone, I got a lot of people that were from Turkey. And I always wondered like what they were mumbling under their breath when they didn't understand, or when you don't understand something, you say or you say. Their first instinct was to respond in their language, and I would always wonder, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And so I just took it upon myself to study the language myself, and then I met a friend who knew Turkish, and I was trying to learn because he knew English, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I want to learn this language. I want to be able to communicate with these people in their native tongue so I can see who they are in their native tongue, because if you know language, you know that when you learn a language, you kind of become a different personality. You can be whoever you want to be in that language. I learned Spanish because, listen, I studied Spanish in university. I moved to Spain, fell in love with Spanish. Spanish is a beautiful language. I love this language. Arabic is another language that I took up in university, but I only learned El Fusha. I didn't learn the spoken Arabic, so now I'm doing that all on my own. And I love Arabic. It's the most beautiful language ever. I love it. I love how it sounds. I love how it looks. I love how to write it. And Japanese is my own personal challenge to myself, to learn a language that is not anything to do with the Latin or the Roman alphabet. So I really wanted to challenge myself with that one. It was honestly between Japanese and Mandarin. So yeah. So I will be honest, the hardest part about studying 4 languages at the same time or switching between languages probably would be, I don't know. I really wouldn't say staying disciplined. I feel like for other people who don't, I feel like if you're learning a language, but you don't learn languages often, because I learn languages, it's my hobby. That's my hobby, that's what I do. But if it wasn't your hobby and you're learning a language, I feel like the hardest thing for you to do is to stay consistent with it and not give up. And I will tell you, you will feel so much better putting your time and effort into it and going outside and like wowing the crowd. When you go to a place and there's somebody struggling in English or struggling in a language, but you know their native language, and you can just say, hola, te puedo ayudar. And then you should see the look on the people's faces, not only the person that you're talking to, but the people around you. It's just that sense of like you feel like, I don't know, it's just like a great feeling. So whenever you're feeling like, oh, I need to quit, just think about that. Just think about how much opportunity, just think about how much you will be a help in the world. And not even just a help in the world, but just a light in the world, because you went and you went that extra mile and you actually decided to study a language. So whatever anybody says, you are capable of studying 1, 2, 3, or 4 languages at the same time. All you need is a schedule. All you need is a plan. I always say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And everything starts with your plan, and you will be successful in this language learner. Remember your why, organize your schedule, and keep it fun. Those are the 3 things that you'll ever need to learn multiple languages at the same time. And like I always say, don't say I never told you anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.